PlayStation Showcase 2024 already in discussion. It seems like not that long ago we were talking about the 2023 showcase, but sure enough, May is coming close, and we've got some reports coming in about a showcase happening in May, or possibly a state of play. So this report is coming from Jeff Grubb, obviously a very reliable source as far as these things go. He told us about state of plays before the showcase last year, and many other state of plays in between then and now. So I don't think there's too much question here in terms of how reliable the reporting is. I think it's likely that it is the case. And Jeff Grubb seems to lean more towards this being a showcase, but does not exclude the possibility of it being a state of play. This sounds like it could be more his opinion than anything else, but it seems certain that there is some sort of PlayStation event coming up regardless. And we're going to talk about the different possibilities that we could see here with this upcoming rumored showcase, we'll call it now, and what I expect, what I don't expect to happen, and things that I think cannot happen. Before we jump into that though, please guys, hit that subscribe button, like the video, it really goes a long way, and help grow this community by sharing it as well. So first things first, let's get this out of the way. The showcase needs to be better than last year. It cannot be a repeat of last year. That showcase was awful, horrendous as far as first party went, which is what we were hoping to see more of. We absolutely do need a major first party presence. Like, we cannot have the absence that we did last year. Naturally, we have to have Insomniac Games there. We have to have Sucker Punch there. We hopefully will have Naughty Dog there. Maybe if the ducks are in a row, we see Santa Monica there. And maybe I'm getting a little too ahead of myself in that regards, but at least some of those gotta be there. I'm certain that we're going to see Concord there. Naturally, that game is due out in 2024, so you would think that they'd have something for us very, very soon, given the game is due in less than 12 months. I mean, we're in the 4th month already. By the time 5th month rolls around, we're almost halfway through the year. So I think Concord has to be there. They have to show us something, entice us, because what we got before was literally a nothing burger more than anything. It was just a CGI trailer that didn't tell us much other than maybe the genre that it was in. Ghost of Tsushima 2, an obvious one that, we kind of expected to see this year. I would hope that they're going to drop a trailer sometime this year, and if I think it's going to happen at any point, it makes sense for the showcase to be the place to do that. Wolverine, an obvious one. We have seen that this game leaked like crazy all over the internet, but we haven't got anything official just yet from them outside of the first trailer that was a teaser, I believe, and it was a while ago that we saw that. So I'm hoping that we're going to see that very, very soon, and hopefully at this showcase that we're talking about. But needless to say, that this is one of the more likely games that we're going to see there. And I think maybe we even get a look at the PS5 Pro, although I could see that also being a PS5 blog post with a trailer, but I think it's a nice place to kind of give us a teaser of what's to come. It's quite obvious, the cat's out of the bag. Like, we know that the PS5 Pro exists. We know that it's happening, so they may as well just get ahead of it, kind of like they did with the Project Q, which is now called the PlayStation Portal. So I think it's a good idea for them to get ahead of that and just be like, hey, we have the PS5 Pro in production. Although, again, there is a kind of double-edged sword there where it might stagnate their, base model sales. But I still think that there is merit to them just saying, hey, we got a PS5 Pro model for those enthusiasts out there who want the best of the best. As far as third-party exclusives go, I expect Silent Hill 2 to be there. And obviously MGS Delta, which is a multi-plat game, but I expect that to be there as well, just given the relationship between MGS and Konami and PlayStation. And in a perfect world, guys, I would want to see Naughty Dog's next project. I would want to see Santa Monica's next project, whether it be that next God of War experience or that new IP. I need to see more of what PlayStation's first party is working on, but it's going to depend on whether these guys are ready or not. So if they're ready, we're going to see a lot. If they're not ready, we're not going to see much. But regardless, I just don't see this showcase being worse than last year. Last year was really bad, especially given we lost an entire year between then and the showcase prior. So I expect this to be far better than last year's showcase, just given on the fact that there are so many games still we don't know about, and 2025 is barren outside of Death Stranding 2, I think. Now, when it comes to PlayStation showcases, right, I want to be clear what my expectations are. My expectations are that we're going to see what they're bringing to the PS5. And in a lot of cases, what's exclusive, what's an experience that we're only going to have on this platform. That is the intention of a PlayStation showcase. And what comes with that is first-party studios revealing what they're doing, exclusives that are happening behind the scenes, and obviously still multi-platform games and maybe even some hardware. So for me, if they hit all those checkboxes, this can be a major success. But if it's anything like last year, I'm gonna have a lot of choice words for my thoughts on it afterwards. I'm always fair, but I'm always constructive as well. At least I feel I am. So even if it's PlayStation, I gotta be honest and say how I'm truly feeling. But I think the reception with last year's showcase was quite evident. It was obvious. I think Sony received the feedback. I don't doubt that they saw the reaction online and are going to proactively work towards making sure this upcoming showcase is a lot better. That's one thing I feel very certain about. That, and also studios are more than likely ready to show some stuff, whereas last year, not so much, right? We had a lot of different stuff going on. We had factions canceled now. We have many different projects up in the air. It's hard to say that they could have shown us a lot more last year. I think they simply just were not prepared and were not ready. But this year, I think is a different story. And I think we're going to see a promising showcase that delivers. At least I hope. But if not, you can be sure that I'm going to tell you all about it and how I feel about it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, well, hit the dislike button. Subscribe if you're new and share the video to keep this community growing. I thank you all for watching. Take care.